So there were rumours that a possible Red Dead Redemption remake/remaster was on the table within Rockstar Games, depending on the success of Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy Definitive Edition, which released last year only to sort of fail. There was plenty of fan backlash about the quality of these remasters, and rightly so. And considering we'd heard that depending on the success of these remasters will judge whether or not Rockstar goes ahead with more remasters for, say, Grand Theft Auto 4 or Red Dead Redemption, which were rumoured to be in the planning stages at this time. And as more and more of those rumours about the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy remasters became true, more people started to believe in the prospects of a remake/remaster of Red Dead Redemption 1 or Grand Theft Auto 4 and so on and so forth. And of course, with the setbacks clearly presented by the Trilogy remasters, people were naturally concerned about what that meant for potential remakes/remasters of Red Dead Redemption, or Grand Theft Auto 4, or other Rockstar titles that people wanted to see improved. Well, according to an article by Kotaku, it appears as if Rockstar Games is solely focused on Grand Theft Auto 6, and not the past for now. And according to a tweet by Tez, who is an often reliable and trusted GTA insider, I don't know, according to Kotaku anyhow, there were plans for a GTA 4 and Red Dead 1 remaster. They were on the table, but they chose not to proceed with the projects in mind. Apparently, the poor reception of the Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy The Definitive Edition might be a reason behind the decision to shelve these projects, and apparently these projects were only ideas. They were never in production. They were only floating around the offices as a concept rather than anything else, if even. So it's not like something's been cancelled, it's just an idea that hasn't been greenlit to enter production, which, you know, that happens all the time. And let's face it, we know with the flop that was the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition, which was a mouthful of a title, let alone the rest of it, that there was a fat chance that it would be deemed a success. And judging by the quality of these remasters, or whatever you want to call them, who would want more remasters like that? So it's not like it's as simple as there's a good and there's a bad outcome to this. Not remastering Red Dead Redemption may not necessarily be a bad thing. I think if anything, it's proven that Rockstar doesn't have the time or resources to make a remaster of something worthwhile at the moment. I'm sure they'll keep releasing vapid GTA Online content, but it's besides the point. I think if the GTA Trilogy remasters proved anything, it's that remastering games completely contradicts Rockstar Games' priorities, or at the very least the priorities of Take-Two Interactive. And according to Rockstar earlier this year, the next Grand Theft Auto entry is currently in development, and it would appear as if their focus is entirely on that. That being said, it doesn't completely write off the concept of a GTA 4 remaster or a Red Dead Redemption remaster. Those things could very well happen far in the future, but for the time being they've been shelved as ideas. You can't exactly cancel something that was never greenlit. Furthermore, the idea of remastering those games will always be there if they fancy doing it later at a time where it actually makes more sense and they can dedicate more time to doing it. Not that they will. But I think that it's a good thing we may not be seeing remasters of Red Dead Redemption or GTA 4 for the time being at the very least, because judging by the GTA trilogy, if that's the quality that they were aiming for, and that would be why they were using the success of the trilogy remasters to judge whether or not it would be a good idea, then it wouldn't have been very good anyway. So let's be real, we're better off not having those and remembering these games how we played them, and not having our memories tarnished with a low quality remaster that completely botches the experience, whether by intent or not. Though it's also entirely possible that Rockstar/Take-Two Interactive are completely unaware of what caused the poor reception of the trilogy remasters, and assumes that any further remasters will also be poorly received purely on the basis of being remasters, which just isn't true. The problem with those remasters is, let's be real, they were shit. Though it seems as if they were at least to some degree aware of the game's shortcomings, considering they tried to patch the problems with it, but maybe they were just too old to be compatible with remasters in the first place and were more suited to remakes, which required more time, and obviously Rockstar doesn't seem to have that. There is an element of this where the cookies aren't connecting, because remastering, say, GTA 4 or Red Dead Redemption 1 would be a different undertaking to the GTA trilogy, because the GTA trilogy is significantly older, and no amount of remastering can bring that up to modern snuff, whereas with Red Dead Redemption, or GTA 4, you could definitely get away with more in regards of a remaster to make it feel more modern, and now I'm arguing logic with myself, so I'm going to stop before I lose my mind. I think for me, while it is disappointing that a remaster of Red Dead Redemption is not happening, it's important to acknowledge that if it did happen, to what quality would it be? And there's no harm in focusing on upcoming projects instead. For example, Grand Theft Auto 6, something new. I'm sure it'll take them another 15 years for that game to be ready, but you know what I mean. Remasters aren't the future of game franchises, they never will be. I also think there is an element of chasing the bag courtesy of Take-Two Interactive's influence over Rockstar. If they aren't making money, if they're having to dish out refunds over a shit remaster, then it's clearly a waste of time and resources. And it's very obvious with Rockstar in what they continue to support. Red Dead Online, released only a few short years ago, and is practically dead in the water. GTA Online's been going strong for the best part of, I don't know, what, 8, 9 years, something silly like that, and they're still supporting that. I feel like they're in a position where they could literally re-release GTA 5 for the rest of time and keep supporting the online in new and ridiculous ways, and they'll still never run out of money. It's certainly not confidence inspiring in anything going forward, and of course their focus is going to be presently on a sequel to that game. It's a money cow versus remasters, which may suit a niche I suppose, but it's not even about that. Rockstar is going to focus on what makes them money, and they don't seem to operate very effectively when dealing with elements of doubt. I guess what I'm trying to say is this is very predictable, I suppose. But there you go, that's where I think I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to lose sleep over a project that never existed. As much as I wanted to see Red Dead Redemption 1 remastered, or even remade with Red Dead Redemption 2's engine, if you will, I also feel like Red Dead Redemption is perfect the way it is, and this isn't exactly a loss to me. And it's not even like we can be upset with Rockstar over this anyway, because this is information that we were never supposed to know. But above all else, I feel as if, judging by the quality of the GTA Trilogy remasters, less Rockstar remasters doesn't feel like much of a loss at the moment. Ah fuck, I almost forgot! So, a Red Dead Redemption remake or remaster is not happening. There are no plans for it presently, effectively. There may never be plans for it, and you know what? It is what it is. Please remember that rumoured information is not confirmed 100%. The entire premise of this video could be founded in bollocks. But all that being said, please let me know what you think down in the comments section. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff. That would be super fantastic. And be sure to check out Decades, our brand new history channel launching on the 19th of July. We're closing in on 2,000 subscribers and we haven't even got any content up there yet. So check it out via a link in the description. I guarantee you it'll be well worth your time, and I can't wait to release the content that we have coming. Anyway, wounded for Red Dead fans, innit? Hopefully I'll be seeing you all very soon with another video at some point, so until next time, take care and goodbye.